I live my day, I live my day.
Hey chopsticks, and welcome to another video. Today I will be talking about some of my unpopular K-pop opinions. This is my first video like this, so I'm sorry if it's somewhat bad. Little disclaimer that these are just my opinions. Everyone else has their own opinions. Just don't start a war in the comments, and that's all that I ask of you, and please don't be mean to one another. Thank you. To start off, I wanted to talk about how BTS has changed over time, and I don't mean this in a bad or good way. In general, I feel like the members have just changed, like, in the ways that they've grown up, and fame has affected them, not in a bad way, but has changed them over time. For example, Tae used to be, like, the really hyper member, and from what we see on TV and stuff, he's a lot more serious as it seems, but we don't know that. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know whether he's just tired or things like that. It's just, there are those changes, and I've been an ARMY basically since the beginning, and sometimes I do miss older BTS, but they're still the loving boys that we know today, and that's all that really matters. Next up, I wanted to definitely include this in this video, is I wanted to talk about if Big Bang had a comeback. Now, if the current members still had a comeback, I think that they could become just as big as they were before going into the military, and I just think that the possibility of them slightly saving YG in some ways could happen, or even better if they had a comeback under a different company. I think that would be huge. Or another option is just if GD had his comeback and we got the king back. That would be amazing. I would love to see these boys again back in action. They were my first group and I'll always support them. And yeah, that's all I got real to say about that. Next up is the fact that you can like a group but not like or know the members. Now, you can like the group for purely just their music. You don't have to know all the members. And what I hate is people who go at people because they say that they like a group, but they don't really know the members. I think that a good example for this would be NCT, because with the amount of members they have, it can take a while to memorize names to faces and everything else, but you still might like all of their music. I know it took me a while to bring myself to finally actually sit down and learn all the members, and that was only till recent, and I've been listening to their music since their debut. So, like, I just wanted to use that as a quick example, especially as newcomers with the amount of members, as you can see on the screen currently if you don't know who NCT are. It is a whole lot of names to put with faces, and in general, you can just not like members. You cannot like them because they're controversial and they've said things that you won't like, but you can still enjoy the music. I'm particularly like this somewhat with G-Idol, just with some of the racist things that they have said. Even if they know or don't know what they're doing, I still somewhat don't really support the members as much as I support their music. And yeah, don't come at me for that. Next on my nice long list is about dating rumors. I definitely do not think that dating should be considered as rumors or scandals or anything like that, and honestly, it's just wrong that it's put in their contracts that they shouldn't date for the sake of fans, because you really can't control if someone's gonna fall in love with someone or not, and that's just that. It's life, and I really hate that part of contracts. And if any of my favorite idols or any idols in general are caught up in a dating scandal, and you know what, I'll support it as long as it is healthy and obviously not actually an issue when it is caused an issue, because you know how much hate that they receive, whether it's from fans or their company, that they need equal amount of support plus some more. Alrighty, so next I'd like to talk about how it is not bad to only like one member of a group. It's not bad to be a solo stan. What is bad is hating on the other members. You can like the music and only like one member of a group and still count yourself as a stan or a fan of said group, but what you don't do is go hating on them, because that makes you a hater, not a fan, and that's just it basically. Like, I really dislike the serious multi-stains who go off on solo stains just because they only like one member. It doesn't mean that they dislike or hate on the other member. And if they do, that is when it becomes an issue. So not liking a certain group or not buying albums makes you any less or any more of a K-pop fan. I really hate this, especially when it comes to new fans. It's very intimidating to new fans because they're like, oh, I don't buy albums, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, or oh, I don't know this group or that group, and it makes them feel like they're not really a fan in general, when in all reality, you're a fan as long as you like them. You're a fan as long as you can enjoy the music, and as long as you can consider yourself a fan, you're a fan. It doesn't matter if you have 100 albums or watch every single music video or know, all the big groups. It really doesn't matter. And I really hate people who do enforce that, saying, oh, you have to know this and this and this to be a true K-pop fan. Those are fake fans. And I just really hate that in general, and the stereotype that you have to have this and this and this, and you have to be in this fandom and this fandom. You really don't. You just need to be able to enjoy the music and love the members, or even just support the members even if you don't really know the members. It takes a while to fall into this hole that is K-pop, and it can be very intimidating as a new fan. This is probably going to be one of the more controversial topics that I bring up, that I could possibly get more hate for, but I still want to speak my mind on it, and that there is a good and bad sides, of course, to the fact that Blackpink does not promote that much. And what I mean by good sides is I mean that they actually in some ways do get a break. They're not constantly go 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 like other groups such as like NCT are. They actually can sit down and take a break. Even although they are doing other things on the side, they still have that long time. It's been over a year since their last comeback. Think about the fact that some groups don't even take 1 to 2 months between comebacks. And of course there are the bad sides, which are the very obvious things. The fact that they don't even have a full album, which I 100% think that they already should, seeing as they are literally the biggest girl group in the industry right now, or at least one of them, and one of the most international ones. Like, they should have more music out, but at the same time, they're not overworking themselves as much as other groups are. And that's why I am semi-okay with them not promoting as much, and that's the only real reason why I am okay with it. I do think that YG has done the girls dirty with this, and the fact that they haven't been promoting, but at the same time, the girls are doing their own things, and I think that in the long run, it can be better for their careers in some ways, individually. I also almost forgot to mention the fact that they have most likely taken the majority of this time, other than their work on the side, to work on their upcoming album, which is supposedly a full album, and that makes me really excited to see what's in store for us as fans. Next up, as our last topic, I wanted to bring up how SM really needs to slow down and stop overworking their idols. It's obvious that a lot of their idols are constantly exhausted, even if they try to cover it up. And the big example for this, for me especially, being serious SM stan. I've always loved SM and all their groups. And a lot of my original groups came from SM, including FX and SHINee. is Super M. I hate the fact that they put Mark and Tay in Super M when they could have chose other NCT members that they could have showcased in the group who don't get as much recognition in general in NCT, just because of how much they already do inside of NCT. You're gonna add them into this other primarily international group that you basically put together for money, and it's just too much. I think that it's way too much on the members, and like, I feel like Mark and Tay definitely are handling it, but I would much rather if one of the two other NCT members got this chance other than them, purely just so they can get a break. And yeah, that's just kind of where I wanted to come from with that. There's obviously other examples of this, but yeah, SM just needs to, let their idols have a chill. Less comebacks, less, go, go, go type deal. If you get what I mean. Alrighty guys, with that being said, I'm bringing this video to an end because it's already getting a little bit too long. If you guys want a part 2, let me know down below, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you do want more content like this. I am currently working on a lot of different content for the channel and I'm really excited for it. I'm sorry if this video I kind of sounded very awkward. This is my first time making a video like this, as I said in the beginning, so I do apologize for that. I'll have all my social medias on the screen and down below for you guys to contact me and see some more of my content. I hope to see you guys soon, and remember that I love you all, my chopsticks. Bye!